So we're going to help show you how to assemble a DualTech Pro AI by Positive Posture. And to do this, we need a little extra help. So we've invited our favorite intern, and he's going to help me out. Now keep in mind, he's a middle schooler, and he can help me assemble a massage chair. So that means anybody can do it.
Oh,
sorry.
Let's go.
Let's grab the box here and remove it. This is not too heavy, pretty easy. And let's tilt this main carton and pull the roller out from under it. Okay, and then we're going to set it down. There we go. So let's begin with the small box. We'll just cut the restraining straps out of the way. Watch out, these can be tricky. If you step on them, they can tangle in your feet, so it's a good idea. Elijah, if you'll help me clear these out of the way so we don't trip on them. Now careful, don't dig too deep so you don't hit anything.
Here, you do it for him.
Let me help you out here, Elijah. So, yeah, you can actually just break them once you get it started there. So, clear the packing material, and this carton has the arms. So we're going to reserve those. We're not going to take them out yet. There's no need to. Save those in a safe place so they don't get damaged. Let's go ahead and open up the main carton.
Elijah, you don't have to do that.
We're going to lift that lid off. It's a lid. No, like this.
Elijah, you don't have to cut.
You don't have to cut it.
You don't have to cut it.
We're going to lift it.
Oh.
So.
Bro.
You have to do this kind of coordinated, so we have to kind of pull together. Wiggle it to get the friction to release. Grab at the bottom, lift it up, just flip it over. And now we have a handy dandy place to put all the loose materials. Remove the small items. This is the accessory box. I'll set it over here. Take off all the padding. Okay. So make sure we get this off safely. Don't tilt it this way because there are those hinges down there that can capture and scratch it.
Help lift.
Grab it. This is actually fairly heavy. Okay. Let's just put it over here on the ground. If you'll grab that. Don't pull it yet. Grab it here. Okay, pull. There we go. We'll reserve that for later. Now the DualTech Pro AI is actually a fairly heavy chair. They do supply the lifting bars for movement, and if we'll need those, we'll use them, but they're part of the packaging. All right, so we're to the point now. We need to move it off of the base.
With the edges.
Again, yeah, we break it down. All right, so again,
this side does have a bar. You can use this to show them how to use that.
Can make it a little easier. So the chair comes with these nice bars for lifting, and if you're actually trying to do this by yourself and you need to move it, these can be very handy. And how they work is that there's two holes in the bar here, and you'll have two screws, and they position together here, and you can lock the bar on the frame. And then it gives you a good leverage for picking up and rolling the chair around. So it's a very handy thing. You should keep these, should not lose them. Now, one other thing I want to point out is when you're grabbing the chair, be very careful you don't grab a plastic facade area or something that is not a part of the frame.
Like this plastic panel, don't grab it.
Yeah, don't grab it here and try to lift, you'll break it. So either use the bars, or you can grab the frame here and lift.
Anything that's metal and hard is okay, but just not plastic pieces.
So we're not going to use the bars. We have a lot of experience. So we're going to get Elijah to grab the hard points there, and we're just going to roll the chair off the roller.
And there's a wheels in the back
Exactly.
that acts like a wheelbarrow. So just need to tilt it.
And bring it all the way up. And then we're going to walk it off the cardboard carefully. Don't let it fall. Set it down. And now we can move the cardboard out. All right, so next step now is to assemble it. Let's put it in closer to where we're going to have it so that we don't have to move it where it's fully assembled. So let's do this and walk it over to the other
Like
location.
tilt it back again.
Okay, got it. Come up a little higher so you don't have to strain. Now just balance it. We're going to go right over here and we're going to do a 180, turn around. Back it in, be careful. Spin. Come straight back. So there you go. Good strong helper there. So we're probably going to need to move it away to assemble the arms. So I'm going to slide it out a little bit more. Find the like that. So, okay. Each chair comes with an accessory box that has some important components. In this box, we have the remote, which we'll put on at the end. Your electrical cord. This is the remote holder that fits to the chair. Believe it or not, this is handy. This is a Allen wrench screwdriver for the screws, and it's a good thing to hang on to. Our screw set, and also a handy dandy tool for those bars. Remember the bars we talked about earlier? These are the screws that go to that. That's right here, it's a plug. Okay. All right. You can be
Go
a
ahead.
model. So we're going, before we put the arms on, we're going to go through some of the connections you need to make. And two of them will be the air hoses, and those will fit when you fold down the cover to these. So there's two of those. There is a heater connection that goes to the back heater. So this plug has to be securely plugged together. Over here is your multi-point plug for the remote, and also the electrical, two pneumatic, actually two electrical here, and two pneumatic plugs.
Same on both sides.
Same on both sides, okay. And then you have your hard points for the legs, and when we install the arm to the chair, it's important to know we have to align the four tabs. There's a hard point connection here and a resting point connection down here. So we'll need to make sure we're carefully aligning the arm to fit properly. Let's go ahead and hook up. You want to try, that has to snap when you do that. Make sure it snaps. I heard it. Good job. Believe it or not, I think that's a pretty common mistake not to do. Okay.
Yeah. Kind of wiggle it in there.
Yes, it's a little bit tight. Make sure you get it down as far as you can. Yeah. Makes a good mechanical connection.
And this electrical plug, make sure you push it till you hear it click. Okay.
And
And the Velcro cover.
right. Pull off the protecting cover. Nothing on there. That goes to the fabric. Okay, and align it. But we're not ready to fold it down yet because we need to finish the arm or arm and foot installation. All right. Now when you pull these
start with
out,
this one.
you think we should start with
Yeah, the right arm.
That's the right arm. Okay. So they come protected. So find a nice place stable to set it on, and then we unpack it. Easy to start on one end and slide it. Just keep it stable. We have a Velcro protector here, and we have the pneumatic and electric connections that need to be uncovered.
And here are those alignment points.
Here's the 4 tabs we have to align. It looks like they have a nice, I guess, a slippery type substance.
No,
so they
you
slide
have
in.
to untape.
Oh. We'll have to cut that out. So let's untape the tabs. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And here's that hard point right there,
Right.
which goes right there.
So.
Okay, so putting this arm on is a little tricky when you do it for the first time, but there's a couple of connection points you have to remind yourself here. First, there's this metal piece here, okay? Second, that metal hook, and then these plastic tabs, and you can see the plastic tabs are pointed backwards, which means that it's designed to go in and push back. Okay, the last point is this little hollows piece. So if you look on the body of the chair, this piece here is going to rest on top of this, like this, keeping the arm from moving outward. There's a hollow point there that is going to basically match up with that notch. And then the round hook is going to be between these two. So common mistake is if you don't line up this correctly, you might end up putting it on top or at the bottom. What's important is got to be in the middle, and it slides backwards and basically holds on. And the plastic latches are actually the easiest part. So first, let's try to line everything up at once. There you go. It's in.
Okay. So we need to connect the white electrical plug to the white socket, the black electrical plug to the black socket.
Go.
All right, so it's kind of tricky here because the way the connections are, but look at the hoses in the back. You see there's a light one and a slightly darker one. So we're going to take the light colored one and attach it to the light hose connection and the dark one to the darker hose connection, like that.
Green color.
All righty. So that's we're done with that arm. So we're going to put on the next arm. Let me point out something about the installation to make it a lot easier. The first thing you need to do is align the bottom, but there's a little slot over here on the side you have to make sure you get into. And then align this hard point up here. Now, what you're going to find is it doesn't want to slide forward. So you need to lift slightly and then adjust it down there. And now your arm's installed.
Yeah, that arm's a little tricky.
We're going to go ahead and plug the chair in so that we can set the chair down for the leg installation. So like most chairs, there's a D plug in the back. You just need to locate and plug in. Here we are. All right, plug into your power. Turn on your switch. Arm, wheel, leg. We haven't hooked up the controller, but it's setting up on its own. We're going to need to plug up this arm as well. So as in the previous arm, take the white plug and large one and put it in a large plug receiver socket, and then the white one in the small socket. And then remember, you have to look at the hoses, excuse me, to make sure you get the hose in the right place. So this hose is the light colored one, so we're going to put it in the light pneumatic, and the dark hose on the dark air connection. So there we go, fully connected. Next, we're going to go ahead and put the retaining screws on the arms. It takes 4 of them, 2 on each side. They actually come with 2 sizes, a short version and a longer version. Each work. We're going to go ahead and work with the short ones. They seem to work fine. So we're going to use 4 of these and the hex driver. So,
Do point here.
a little bit dark here.
Here, hold on. But hold this light here. Show the light. So one thing to remember, even if you get this door just right, there is a little gap where you're about to put the screws in. So those screws go in right here. If you can see it right there. There's 2 of them per arm, the right and the left arm. But what you'll notice if I look at the top, there is a gap between the metal bracket here for the arm and then the metal part of the chairs. There is a gap, right? You can see how I can stick my finger in there. And the key is you want to tighten the bolt in here until those things basically come together. And that ends up holding the arm together into the body pretty well. And down the road, if you ever hear like little, little noises when the airbag goes on and whatnot, you might need to come back and tighten that in again. But just wanted to point out, you do need to tighten it until those 2 the bracket and the base start touching. So we'll go ahead and screw that in.
So once you start the screwing, you need to kind of wiggle it around a little bit and make sure the screw bites, which this one went in very easily. You don't have to tighten them down totally tight to start with. Let's get both screws going, and then we'll tighten them down in together. That'll avoid binding. Be sure it goes in smoothly. There we go. You can cross thread these quite easily, so be very careful. It's a good idea to use this hand tight, this Allen wrench tool. It makes it a little less likely you're going to strip out the screws. That's down nice and seated.
You see how those things come together?
Can we see that? Are they look pretty tight? Okay. And we
You see that? Can you point where it's touching now? Yeah. Yeah. Those, I know it's a little hard to see, but you'll see the metal parts will come together.
So this and this are pulled together.
Yeah. Okay.
Now that we do the other side.
Let's show that gap. I wasn't able to show the gap earlier too
Okay,
well.
let me point to it again.
Yeah.
So we have
Oh,
this.
oh,
Sorry about that. So we have this bracket. This is on the arm. This is on the frame, and you'll see there's about a almost
Quarter
half
inch.
inch, quarter inch
yeah.
gap there.
And that is normal. Okay. Go ahead.
And just be easy and make sure it bites. So that hasn't, there we go. No, it still hasn't I have to move the arm around a little bit to make sure you get it into the, there we go. And don't over tighten first. Go ahead and get both screws, because if you over tighten, you may warp that metal so that it makes it harder to get the screw started. Okay, so both are in now. I'm pulling, you can see the bracket moving in. Come up here and tighten the top. Do it gradually.
A little bit on both screws.
That way, yeah, it just makes it a little bit less likely to strain something. That's in snug. And that's snug. And so again, if you look here carefully, you can see the brackets. There's this is the arm bracket, that's the frame, and they're together. Okay.
Perfect.
All right, now we need to do the leg. All right, so now we're gonna use a little finesse and put in our leg. First thing to do is scoot the leg up close where you get access to the electrical and pneumatic. And it's a little bit hidden, but the plugs are down here. There's a little plate right here, and you see there's the pneumatic, and that's the electrical plug. So let's do this electric first. Bring a little slack in here. Make the connect. Oops, sorry. There we go. Electric's in, and the pneumatic's in. There we go. Okay. Now, this is actually not hard, but it takes a little finesse. So you'll notice that the hinges have these flappers or these little locking tops. It's like a C-clamp, right? So you lay them back and make sure they're back, otherwise you won't be able to set the legs, these two metal hangers, into the saddle. So we're going to lift up, try to do this smoothly. Lift up, set those metal shafts into the saddles, and it looks like they're lined up good. It takes 4 of these short screws to, or actually
one of
2,
each.
You're right. So it takes 2 of these set screws. Again, it's probably better to use the hand tool, because we found these can actually strip out pretty easily as well.
If you use a power tool.
Power tools can be a bit of a hazard. So line up the screw, ease it in, make sure it's going smoothly and easily. And slight snug. And that's it. So now we need to just button everything up. So there's a few things to zip and connect. So let's start with this zipper under the cushion. Now for somebody like me, I'm a little bit klutzy. Getting it started can be a bit tricky. I'm dealing with foam rubber here. Okay, that one's in. And then we have the dust cover here. Let me pull off the protective. You lay it. So I think
Maybe
it's
right here. Just right there.
okay. Just take out the and then there's the second zipper. So, and there's a little foam filler there that you kind of have to tuck in.
It gives some comfort behind your knees to have that little foam.
It makes a good feeling when you're seated. Okay, now we're going to roll down the main cover.
Oh, there's zipper here.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Okay, so probably do on each side. So we need to zip. Okay, and it's already started for us. That's convenient. I can do it. Okay, how far does it go down? Okay, just about there. There we go. There we go. Same on the other side. Yep, started for us. Okay. And this is the removable cushion and the head, which is held in place by a magnet. So you can adjust it to your need.
Now the remote.
We do need to hook up the remote now.
Where's our helper at? That's where our helper is, right there.
Dang. This is why we don't pay him by the hour. So we'll move this dust cover up and you will see right here there's a 5-pin connector. Reminds me of the old walkie-talkie CB years. It's keyed, so there's only one way for it to go in.
It's like a microphone connection.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for the key point. Where is the key? So it's got a little slot
Yeah,
here.
right.
You see it?
Yeah. I'm trying to do it with one hand.
Yeah. Got it? Okay, I'll screw it on. That's good enough. Just so it doesn't back
Ideally,
out.
yeah. Go.
Okay, and then we tuck our dust cover up again. Put that on there. Okay. And then the next thing we need
Remote
is the remote holder.
holder.
Our last thing, the remote holder. It's also keyed, so it only goes in a certain way. There it goes, okay. And start at the bottom, put a little pressure on the top, lock it in, and there you go. And let's go ahead and start a program. And we'll test the chair out and make sure it's functioning properly. So standard process is to give the chair a little test. One thing I want to point out is the Pro AI is a wall hugging chair. And so it's really easy to position. There's a grabber point back here. You can move the chair around quite easily, scoot it up next to your wall and make sure you're maximizing your space. If you have any questions about your choice of chairs or you need help in the journey of purchasing a chair, we'd love to help. Just give us a call and we'll help you out as much as we can. Thanks. Bye.